Welcome back to the Igniting Dreams Within podcast, where we solve life and business problems that transform businesses and individuals into happier and fulfilled ones. On this episode, I want to talk about the lockdown, how it affects the rich and how it affects the poor. Particularly how even the regulations and restrictions that have been imposed or continually become imposed favor the rich more than the poor. And this frustrates me. In fact, frustrate is an understatement. This pisses me off. Now, remember that the lockdown was instigated at the middle of the month. And when this lockdown was instigated at the middle of the month, I remember getting a WhatsApp text in one of my groups where this white lady was sharing with her family member of the fact that there is going to be a lockdown, and she was advising this family member of hers to go and do some shoppings because a lockdown is about to happen. Now, when you get a notification on the middle of the month that there is going to be a lockdown, by the time you get the messages at the middle of the month, you don't have money to go and stock for supplies. You never even expected this lockdown to happen in the first place. So you never even saved or even prepared yourself mentally for this lockdown. Then you get this lockdown that's supposed to happen, that's supposed to protect you. Yes, it's restricting me from going out of home, but in the very same time, it's even stopping me from making a living. And I remember some time back when I spoke with my sister, and she tells me of the fact that now she won't even be getting paid because she hasn't been working for an entire month. Now, if she isn't going to be working and now she needs to pay rent, she needs to buy groceries, where's she going to get the money now? Not just that. And I remember a few weeks before, I don't know if I bought that chicken before the lockdown, and I got 2 full chickens for, I think it was 86 rands. Now, yesterday when I was in one of the when I was in Macro, I saw that these prices are no longer the same as the ones that we had before the lockdown. And I remember when I think it's 3 or 4 weeks before the lockdown, I bought two whole chickens at Spar. And a few weeks, I think it was last week or during the week, when I went back to Spar, the same 2 chickens that I bought before the lockdown, which costed me, I think it was 86 if not 85 rand, now it was 125 rand. Now, the income that was supposed to be sustaining me is no longer even enough. Now, say for example, now me, I'm making ends meet because I can't operate my business because it does not fall in the category where I can't go and speak because now large gatherings are prohibited. I can't go and preach in church and get an offering to help me survive. I am forced to be at home. Now with this, I am supposed to adapt to teaching online or having my classes online, teaching online. But I can't do that because the internet speed now is worse. The data is very expensive. Not only is the data expensive, the network is even horrible. Before the lockdown, we were told of how there were some cable breaks in the ocean. Now we were told that those cable breaks were fixed, but now because of the overwhelming amount of traffic that's needed, because many people are sitting at home, they are doing nothing but to stream, to go on social media, now even the network is worse. I can't be teaching online because I don't have network. I'm always buffering. I can't listen or watch lectures or attend even online classes because the network is buffering. And yet at the same time, you want to tell me that, no, you are doing whatever it is that you are doing for my best interest. Whose interest are you doing now? Now at the very same time, you are even telling me that the command team that's in charge of this lockdown, it's ministers. Where do they get the credibility to talk about the needs of the poor when they themselves are earning an income that can survive them? Now, I remember on the 1st of May when level 5 was changed. And level 5 was changed to level 4. And when I got there on the streets to check how many of our people are in the streets actually exercising in my community, where we used to have a lot of people who would be exercising, now they are no longer exercising. Why? By the time I think it was over 36 days, you spend more than 30 something days not exercising, not going to exercise, not cycling, not doing anything, because you were not allowed to exercise. Now that habit has been broken, and the habit has been broken, but where am I now? I've been eating, I've been sleeping. I was only on my bed. I never got a time for exercise. Now when I'm even supposed to go back on the streets to exercise, the clothes that I'm supposed to be wearing, they no longer fit. They no longer fit because I've been sitting at home watching TV. If not watching TV, I'm sitting on my bed or laying down on my bed and socializing. Now at the very same time, I'm generating an income by selling masks. Now the challenge is that now that you are not allowed to leave your home without having a mask, I need to deliver the masks. Now I've got from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. That's the time that I've got to be exercising or walking. That's the time I'm given to deliver my masks. Now when I'm having to do that, I do not have enough equipment. I can't say that, no, my friend, you've got a bicycle, go and deliver for me these masks, maybe here at Ratoga or at TEF or wherever. You've got the bicycle, but you don't have the permission to go there. Now, if we are going to be even delivering in the rural areas, now we've got tires that are punctured. We no longer even have equipment. We don't have patches. We don't even have equipment to fix our bicycles so that we can deliver to as many houses as we can. Now, that also even affects the business, because now someone can't leave their home because they don't even have a mask. This lockdown, not only does it favor the rich, it disadvantages even us, the poor. Now you also want to tell me that now that the shops have increased the prices because now they've got employees to pay more, even transporting their goods, it's even rare and it's expensive for them to do that. Now you are even as the government, you even release a contract to say that no, we are looking for people who can produce masks, but we are looking for people who can produce masks for between 20 and 25 rand. How am I supposed to do that when I've got employees who I would need to help me create as many masks as they would be needed for that particular tender or that particular contract? Now these people, I need to pay them. How am I going to give them a decent living by producing masks that cost 20 to 25 rand? How am I going to do that? And now you are telling me that you are looking out for the nation. No, you are looking out for the nation, but doing or implementing regulations that favor the rich more than the poor. Where am I? Now tell me. The lockdown is instigated at the middle of the month. Where am I going to get money to go and supply groceries for my family? Now, when my brothers and sisters who are working at KFC, who are working at McDonald's, who are working at Spare, and all those other shops which were locked down or had closed, and now they are not going to get paid, where are we supposed to be getting money as a family? I do appreciate everything that the government is doing to flatten and to reduce the number of people who are getting infected and all those things. But at the very same time, they're not thinking about us regular. They are not thinking about us properly, I mean to say. What we need now is that we need an opportunity for our brothers and sisters to go and work. We need them to go back and work. Let's implement those. Yes, let us have masks, but let's open up. What can we do? Because now you're even going to give me, say for example, the 300 bucks, that's going to be an increase, or the 350 rand, that's the fund that I'm supposed to get because I'm unemployed. Now, even my sisters and my brothers who were employed are not even going to get paid because they never did any work now. And now you are even told that no, some of the restaurants, they can't even open. They can't even open because the money that they are making or the losses that they are making doesn't make sense for the business. Now, what's going to happen when all of us in the family are not working, and our parents or our grandparents are only getting pensions? How are we supposed to feed the entire family when we even have got those who were at school, they came back home? Even those ones which were in Joburg and everywhere else, they came back home. Now we need more food, but the prices have increased. How are we going to survive with the grants that we are getting now? No, I do appreciate what the government is trying to do, but at the very same time, they are not thinking properly for us. We need these regulations to be eased. Let's implement more strict measures. Say that when you have opened up the drive-through, so that not only can those who have got cars can go through the drive-throughs, but the restaurants would need more staff, and they'll call our brothers and sisters to come back and work, because now they've got a bigger demand. They'll call them back and say, come to work. And now when they are working, at least families can survive. Then let's implement those strict measures. Let's implement those strict measures in the restaurants, so that you would say the same way that people are allowed to go and shop in the supermarket, we can even queue and have social distance even when we go to the restaurant. Now, by doing that, the business itself is able to make money. They are able to bring back our brothers and sisters to come and work. Now, when they are working, it's not only my grandpa or my grandmother or my pensioners who will be feeding us, the family. We, even us as the kids, will be able to get an income. Now, not only must that be done and implement stricter measures so that we'll be able to keep the environment healthy, but we also, now restaurants will need employees. Some of us have got bicycles. Now we need to implement a way that those of us who've got bicycles, we could be the one who would be delivering door to door. Allow that opportunity for us to be able to deliver door to door. Make sure that you open up even the cycling industry. Make sure that we are allowed to have access to things or equipment in the sports section. Now, say for example, those who now have gotten who are no longer fitting their clothes for them to go and exercise using proper exercise clothes, they can even have that opportunity to say that now they will be able to go and buy those tights. They're able to go and buy shoes, whatever it is that they need. And those who've got bicycles, they can, even those who don't have bicycles, they can buy a bicycle knowing that I'm going to be part of the workforce that will be helping these restaurants deliver. Now, yes, there will be those who've got scooters, but there will also be those of us who've got bicycles who can earn an income from that. In the same way that in those developing countries, we see people doing deliveries with their bicycles, doing deliveries in whatever ways. Let's employ those who've got bicycles, those who've got cars, whatever medium that's possible and we've got access to. Let's open up even those industries so that most people would be catered for. We don't find shops like those who have got deliveries. Now, I stay in the rural area. There's no Mr. D deliveries here. There's no Uber Eats here. Now, if my brothers and sisters can't go to work where they were supposed to be going to work, how they were supposed to be going to work, now they are not even getting paid because they are sitting at home. They are not doing anything to add value to the company. Now, I myself can't even take my bicycle, start delivering or do whatever form of income generating that I can do. I'm suffering. My family is suffering. My grandparents are suffering. My neighbors are suffering. Now, that's why you even see our people in the communities, because of the suffering that they are going through, now they even go to the extent of breaking into schools, trying to get whatever it is that they can get to go and sell in the black market. I'm not promoting that. I'm against that. But what I'm saying is that the government is not considerate. Whatever implementations that they are doing or however that they are ways that they are looking for, let's consider both parties. If having stores and restaurants only deliver, what about the areas that don't have those services? What about us in the rural area? Like, make sure that allow us to have to go to the sports section, maybe to buy a bicycle, so that I would be able to say that no, when some of the restaurants say that no, we can't have people coming into the restaurants, but we've got enough people that will be delivering. Now let's give you an opportunity. Here is this stand where you could put maybe a couple of orders that you've got. If, let's say, for example, a restaurant like KFC, you say, no, I've got maybe 3 or 4 families that need deliveries here in Ratoka. Now I go to the shop, they send me a text or whatever system that they will be implemented. They send me a text to say that no, in your area we've got people who need these deliveries. Come with your bicycle. Then I come with my bicycle, I get their orders, then I go and deliver it at their home. We can have social distance. I knock, I find the gate, I knock, I put in the food there, then I go back maybe 2 meters away, then they get the order, then I'm fine, That's also giving an income. Let's open up this service so that everyone can make income as much as we can. Now, here are my proposal. I suggest that let's have the sports section open so that those who need to exercise at home, who don't have the clothes, let them exercise. Let's have access to those services so that even those who need to go to the road, because we don't have private gyms. Because the rich ones have private gyms, they've got treadmills at home or whatever it is that they have. We thank God for them. Let them stay at home and let them gym because they've got those private gyms. But the rest of us, we need to hit the road. And in the road, we need clothes that will fit us, that will allow us to exercise properly. We also need bicycles. We need to buy bicycles. Not only do we need to buy bicycles, we also need to buy a bicycle accessories. We need lights so that when we are delivering those orders, like from 6 to 7 in the time that we've been given, I can buy lights that will allow me to see in my area. We need tubes. We need to go and buy tubes so that when I'm delivering in my rural areas, when I get punctures, I know I've got equipment that will help me to patch my bicycle. Those are some of the things that I recommend. And those who've got cars, let's have those who've got cars who are sitting at home, who don't have a source of income. Let's have them take their own cars and they deliver for the shops. The same way we've got deliveries from Take-A-Lot and all those things. Let's even allow restaurants to hire people with cars so that they can deliver. Now we know that those ones will be able to go to the homes and they will be able to deliver. They will use apps on their phones to go and deliver. Will be having income for those who are unemployed. Some of them, some have got cars, some have got bicycles. Let's allow enough economic activity so that we will be able to feed our families. It's not enough. Yes, we thank the command team and whatever it is that they are doing. But let's not only focus on easing restrictions for the rich. Don't forget about us, those of us who are in the poor class. Now just imagine, now you're even told that you'll be in lockdown, you'll be learning online. Some of us, majority of us don't even have laptops now. And now you are going to tell me that now you are making a laptop an essential service. Where am I going to get 3,000 or 4,000? To buy a laptop for me to be able to learn at home when I can't even afford to buy enough groceries for my family? Where am I going to get enough money to buy a phone that I will use to learn online when I don't even have enough money or enough warm clothes to be able to give, to be able to provide for my family? Where am I going to get that money for a laptop? Yes, for companies that can afford that, we thank God for them. But for some of us, it does not suit us. Let's make sure that when we are creating these rules, let's not only think about the rich or the high-end middle class. Let's also think about the poor. Now, one friend of mine calls me and tells me that, Mr. Mabulo, I even applied for the relief from the leave, but my counselor tells me that I don't qualify. Now, what gives the counselor the credibility to say that I qualify or I don't qualify? I am the one who knows that I don't have. I can't make ends meet. My brothers are back from school. Everyone is back from wherever they were looking for jobs. Now we are crammed and we are at home. We need more food. And yet the counselor tells me that no, you guys don't qualify. Where are we going? Where are our grandmothers and grandfathers going to get the money to feed us, all of us? This is not reasonable. We thank the president and the command team for whatever it is that they are doing, and the amount of hours they spend thinking about us. But no, they're only thinking about a specific group. They are forgetting about the rest of us. These restrictions, yes, they are good and they are helping us not to spread this pandemic. But at the very same time, it's even becoming worse and worse. People are depressed more because they no longer have chances to exercise. Now, if you've gained some few kilos, now you no longer even fit in the clothes that you used to go on the road with. Where will you get the when now you no longer even feed, because the ones that you had before, they no longer feed. You've gained some pounds because you've been sitting at home. You never even had that opportunity to exercise. Now you are not even given the opportunity to even buy. What I'm saying, if it's not possible for us to open up the necessary things like exercise, sportswear, so that we can buy our bicycles, so that we'll be able to earn an income by delivering food services and all those things. At least let's open maybe a week or so, in the same way that we are allowing people to travel. Let's open a week so that those of us who need to have bicycles for us to operate our businesses, let's be given that opportunity to go and stock our supplies that we need to have or generate an income. Let's be given an opportunity to let's open up these restaurants. They will close and are not allow sit-ins. But the same way that the big retail stores are able to open and we keep 1 to 2 meters apart, we can also do that. We stand on the line, you purchase your order, then you get the food, you go home. If that's not possible, then we open up deliveries. We even invite those who've got cars, let them apply for deliveries. Then they've got a way to earn an income. They can support their families. Then those of us who've got bicycles, we can take our bicycles, come and get employment, also do those deliveries in our neighborhoods. That way, not only our brothers and sisters will be back at work, we will even also be generating an income. Then we've got enough economic activity in the marketplace. Now, those are some of my recommendations, and I hope that it will challenge even the command team to not only think about themselves and their affordability of whatever it is that they can afford, but let them think about us also. Think about us also, because we do need those things. Yes, some of the things that we need are not classified as essential services, like bicycle repairs, but now we need those services for us to be able to deliver and perform whatever small tasks that we were doing. Now, if I'm going to how will I even deliver the spinach that I have? Because now I can't even hire someone when I've got a spinach thing. I can only hire those ones with bicycles, because I know that go and deliver my spinach. I sell the spinach for 10 rand. Maybe I can give you a 2 rand, or we even have, let's say, implement a delivery method where we'll even charge deliveries. So those who've got eggs, we can even deliver eggs at home. Those who are selling tomatoes, who are selling onions, who are selling whatever it is, that we can use those bicycles of ours, and we've got even our kids, we can even send them on the streets to go and be delivering. Now we are earning an income. So please, don't only implement regulations that only favor rich communities. We even think about us, those of us who are in the rural areas, who are in the poor communities. And yeah, that's just my rant, if I may, and my recommendations on how we can make the lockdown fit everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you next time.